There is no facility quite like it anywhere. The Metrodome came to Minnesota in 1982. It seemed the perfect fit for northern climate, and man, has it served a purpose.
This Metrodome through the years has hosted Final Four championships, and you think of the tens of thousands of people that it attracts from an economic development standpoint. Our hotels are full, our restaurants will be full.
It has stood strong and been the most reliable and perhaps most functional building ever put together in Minnesota.
Through the years, it's just been kind of the staple for not only the Vikings, but for literally tens of thousands of community events.
See, back in the late 1970s, they decided they needed a covered venue. Made sense for Minnesota at the time.
History was made. We had a Super Bowl here. We had 2 World Series here. We had a bunch of those truck things, whatever you call. We had so many events that we never would have got under any circumstances if we didn't have that place. It was a great building.
Everybody has a different memory of the Metrodome, maybe that they put at the top of their list. Maybe it was a son or daughter playing, maybe it was a small college game, but without question, if you were to poll Minnesotans, there would be a tie for the 2 greatest moments in the Metrodome. Both came from the Minnesota Twins.
Back is Puckett, he's at the fence, he leaps up, he caught it! Oh, what a catch!
With the score tied at 3, 11th inning, Puckett seized the moment.
Oh yes, those are the good old days forever.
Way back! The Twins go to the 7th game! Touch 'em all, Kirby Puckett! Touch 'em all, Kirby Puckett!
They flocked in to watch the Twins in record numbers, and what they saw was pure Metrodome magic.
It is a long fly ball into left center field, and it is going to be a hit for Gene Larkin. Glenn scores, and once again, the Minnesota Twins are baseball's world champions for the 2nd time in 5 years. It's the world champion Minnesota Twins, and the crowd loves it.
For some, the greatest memory was not even a game.
The most amazing occasion in the history of the Dome was when the Twins came back from Detroit and 50,000 people showed up to say hello to them when they were going to go to their first World Series since 1965, back in 1987. I was hoping to live longer than it did, so I'm glad I did. I didn't think it would last forever.
No team has benefited more or been identified with it more than the Minnesota Vikings.
Who's going to beat the Vikings? Nobody's going to beat the Vikings.
They're the only team to play in the Dome for the life of it, and it became a home field advantage.
I played in the Metrodome my entire career, so it means a lot to me. I've come to embrace it. It's always loud. It's always been so incredibly loud. The fans have been tremendous within the Dome. I love the playing turf, and I'm going to miss it, man. I've had a lot of great memories for 10 years.
When it comes to football, people can crave the good old days, the cold, the wind, the snow, and all that went with it. But the truth is, the Metrodome was built for football. Every seat faces the field. And oh yeah, there have been quite a few moments that have been magical. Yes, the Minnesota Vikings have been the #1 tenet to the end. And the Minnesota Vikings have been the hottest attraction in this town. We saw Adrian Peterson grow into the NFL's top running back in it. AP, you've had some great memories in the Metrodome. What's it mean to you, that building?
It means a lot, you know. This is where I came in and, you know, got my first NFL experience in that dome, and so many great memories in that dome as well.
You set the record, man, the NFL rushing record in that building. What does that mean?
That means a lot. You know, I kind of think back to that game, and it was 2 records that still stand that was set that day, and just the fashion and being able to do that with the guys on, you know, that I have on some of the guys still on the squad now, it meant a lot.
And when the major league teams have not been in it, it just keeps running along.
We play all the Minnesota State High School football championships are played here, soccer championships.
There have been a couple hiccups, the most famous when the big roof went down.
What everyone who was here at the Dome remembers is the anxiety over what's going to happen to finishing the Viking season and all the many events.
It's been fun, especially having that home field advantage with the loud crowd, and all the history behind it. But I'm not complaining. It's about time get a little upgrade in the stadium. I'm sure some fans wouldn't complain with that.
At the end of its life, this was one of the great investments, the Metrodome for Minnesota.
And when you think about back in the day, the small amount of money that it took to build this stadium, if you divide it up by the number of people who have attended events here, it would be minuscule in terms of the investment of the state per probably the joy and enjoyment that people have gotten out of the stadium.
And so we say goodbye with so many memories, and yet for some, they say goodbye with a good riddance.
I don't think your game day experience for football you can really get from the Dome, the Metrodome. I think now the way Ziggy's setting everything up, there's so many positive things for the fans, and then also be able to have the open field if you want to open up one side, etc. I think it's going to be spectacular. But no, I was never a big fan.
You're not going to miss it.
Not at all. But I sure enjoy it for the being able to have the kids with their football tournaments there, and the finals and all the other things that go on inside the Dome is nice. But no, I will not miss that place at all. And all those people out there, I can't wait to be tailgating here at the new stadium. It's going to be awesome.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch. Photography for a lifetime.